Zach Ertz, the tight end, with more receiving yards than anybody on the Eagles all season long. And then in the game with the most yards in any game ever. Not even just Super Bowl games, which is sort of wild here. Yeah. Zach Ertz, an unbelievable performance. How about that touchdown, though?
Yeah, it's making me think of a lot of different things. All the moments last night, the electric moments where the crowd exploded with Brady and Foles. The most tense moment in that stadium was after that Zach Ertz touchdown when they reviewed it, and it felt like it went on for an hour, and everyone was terrified. Was it a catch? Everyone's talking about Jesse James. The most intense moment was Gene Steratore announcing that, in fact, it was a touchdown. In fact, Jesse James went on Twitter and got thousands of retweets because his tweet was, he caught it. I think we all agree, and Nate, you were adamant about this at the time. It's a touchdown, of course. But weren't you, in a way, terrified in this what-is-it-catch world that they were going to overturn the game-winning touchdown?
Yeah, and I thought to myself, this can't happen. This would be something that would set the football world on fire. But they made the right decision. He took a few steps. He made a football move.
If you're a Steeler fan, aren't you furious watching that?
Because
I thought they were going to overturn it. I did.
It's a different play, though.
How so?
But it's not really a different play because
took 3 steps when he caught the ball.
But Jesse James was diving into the end zone just like Zach Ertz is. Jesse James didn't need to take 3 steps because he was already near the end zone. So that's what's frustrating about that game. But getting back to Zach Ertz, though, I find this very fascinating when he was talking to Deion. And Deion said, take me inside that huddle. And what was Nick Foles saying? And he said, he kept telling us he loved us. That's powerful. It gave me goosebumps because you got to imagine this, playing in a Super Bowl, the most intense game you've ever played. You got the crowd going crazy. You look at the sideline. There's the GOAT over there. You're going up against his defense. And the pressure of the moment is there. And you walk in, the first thing you say to 10 other guys is, I love you. One thing it does is it takes the edge off. And I played in some intense games, and I've had quarterbacks, and those are the quarterbacks that I love to this day because all of a sudden, you're not football players playing a football game. You're brothers fighting for one thing. And it's powerful. I wish I can get a camera and some audio in there because that's the moment, along with the trophy, but those moments inside that huddle when Nick Foles is looking at everybody in the eyes saying, I love you, they'll remember that till they're 90 years old.
Nate, I love you.
I love you too, man.
I had dinner with a few of the Eagles executives this week, early in the week, right? And as we're sitting there at the table, I said, is Foles really capable of beating Brady? And they look at it like, he doesn't think like us. First of all, he's committed to God where he believes it's all been written already. Like this is
part of the plan.
It's part of the plan. Yeah. So he doesn't get fazed by any of this stuff.
Right.
Second of all, he is so at peace with who he is and so secure that he doesn't read headlines. He doesn't think about that stuff. He's not concerned about what we think about Nick Foles the past. And lastly, Carson Wentz, the guy behind him, they're best friends. So there's a complete trust that not only is Carson behind me, but the entire team is behind me. It's a totally different outlook in that Philly locker room about Nick Foles than what we look at it. So when Ertz says that Nick Foles had the confidence to do all this, it's no surprise to them.
Yeah.
They know that, and that's all that mattered. So I read a lot of headlines saying, in what world would Nick Foles ever beat Tom Brady? Yeah. This world, the real world.
That's right.
He can do it because they had the trust in him and he had the confidence in himself. I'm overwhelmed by it. His wife, his faith, all this stuff, it all culminated. He had the best game of his career on the biggest stage.
2 weeks in a row. 2 games in a row.
2 games in a row. He got better than he did against the Vikings.
The thing is, that might have been the best game of Tom Brady's career. I mean, truly, I'd thrown it out there. It's among the
500
for sure.
534 yards Tom Brady threw
with no interceptions. And Tom Brady's greatest player ever, and Nick Foles beat him. This is an insane
The
morning
Patriots didn't punt last night.
I know. It doesn't make sense. And all the football games we talk about, that's not supposed to happen. And it did.
I got to be on the field during the anthem, and I was right on the sideline. If you go to my Instagram stories, there's pictures of Frank Reich and Carson Wentz sort of going up to everybody. There was such a calmness that I felt from even just being 15 feet away. You'd think that they would be jittery. The anthem hasn't even been sung yet, and the energy, and you guys were all down there. It was so it's just extra. It's just too much. They were like this the whole time. Some guys were praying. That's clearly a very faithful team overall. Yeah. The other guys were just joking around. Yeah. It was business as usual, and it was very even keel. And I was really impressed by that.
And with that said, when that first snap happened, they were ferocious. The Philadelphia Eagles were flying around.
Nigel Bradham
were flying bodies on the ground.
You're right.
Like, they were physical. This is a heavyweight bout. I say it all the time. And they didn't come out there and throw the jab and try to figure out what the Pats were doing. They went straight for the body, and they were trying to knock guys around, and they did that. They sent the message early in that game.
Where did the Falcons go wrong? The Falcons went wrong last year when they changed the way they were thinking, and they said, okay, let's try to get cute and all this stuff. The Eagles ran the ball down their throats, and then on 4th and short, when it mattered most, They said, what's been working? Foles to Ertz.
You're right.
They did that. They convert the first down. They eventually score a touchdown. The Eagles' play calling was so aggressive, but that's what they've been all year long.
Yeah.
Let's just put our foot on your throat, and we're going to be the ones to – we're not going to let you beat us.
You're right.